All right, Pisces, welcome in. This is a weekly reading for you whenever you see it. If you are aligned with the title, there's definitively a message in here for you. So let's see where we go. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right, feel free to swap around the characters if there are any, and just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's what general readings are about. Are all about. It's about you aligning with your intuition to be like, "Yep, that's for me. Nope, that's not for me." Okay, that's what general readings do. And if you don't think you can do that, join my Pathfinders group. That's what we do, talking about intuition and giving you tools to use it. All right, shadow sense underneath. Wow, shadow. Look at that. Divinity. Safe travel. Release. Healer. All right. So some of you are being challenged right now with letting go of not being, I don't know, your light side all the time, let's just say. The fact is, we all have light and dark. We all have shadows. We all have parts of ourselves that we don't like so much. But there's something very mystical about whatever shadow side of you that's going on right now. If there's like a jealousy thing happening, or a part of you that you feel is like the monster inside, or whatever it is, you're not giving it love. You're not seeing that it really is something that is meant for you to divinely evolve. Then that can become something that hobbles your spiritual growth in a big way. And right now, what's being asked of you is like, get out of yourself a little bit here. Get out of yourself. Safe travel, release. And that is a very healing thing to do right now. Some of you could also be becoming a healer around the part of you that you most try to hide. What's that? The part of you that you most dislike. The part of you that was told was shameful as a child. Those parts are the ones that actually are your divinity, or proof of your divinity. And there might be a complete physical rejection of these sentences that I'm saying to you. But if you are hearing this and you're like, oh, this is a part of me I really don't like. I've spent my whole life trying to hide this, or not see that about myself, or shove it away in some dark closet somewhere. It really needs to be let out into the light. Otherwise, it becomes a fire-breathing dragon, and it will run your life. If you don't make friends, shake hands with that shadow. 3 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, right? See, self-worth, all of that. It has to do, Lovers and 2 of Cups. Okay, there's 2 parts of your life that you might not be connecting. If there's some part of you that has connected with third-party situations, or you feel like it's almost like an addiction, like a love addiction, or some of you, maybe I'm just speaking to one of you right now who might have a love addiction. It is showing up actually also in your ability to make money. That those 2 things are connected. The shadow, as it relates to your love life and your ability to be the dynamic healer that you are in the world. Where do you see the shadow? Where do you hide the shadow from yourself? And it crops up in another part of you, in another part of your life. You're not connecting the dots that those 2 things are connected. That if you are aligned with a third party, there's something about, I'm not worthy of having a person of my own, so I'm going to do this. You may not even consciously be aware of this, but however it's showing up in your life, connect those dots, because it's going to show up in another part of your life pretty soon. If you have an issue with your work, right? Like you're doing work that you can't stand, and you're a creative, and why can't I be a creative? Why do I have to do this drudgery? It could show up as a lack of love for yourself, meaning that you're not able to be part of a relationship. You get the gist, right? For each one of you, it can be different. There can be a different calculus here, but it is like a little bit of a spiritual game of whack-a-mole, that something that's going sideways in one part is going to, or is affecting another part of you, and it's like connecting these dots is the key healer. um there are blockages. I was listening to Michael Smith this morning. There are blockages in our lower chakras that are keeping us from love, joy, happiness, fulfillment. And real love is about removing those blockages. So the blockages get there because we have taken in some kind of belief system, or we've taken in what people have taught us about ourselves, that something is shameful about ourselves. And on some level, we still house that in our bodies. And so that blocks true fulfillment. It blocks abundance. It blocks a lot of things, because on some level, because you stored it in your body, you bought into it. Even if you're like, no, I don't think that about myself. Okay, but there's something that needs your attention around it. For example, someone might have said to you that being a creative, well, you'll never be able to make a living being a creative, or you're not that creative, right? And if you wanted that person's approval more than you wanted love, or safety, right? This is a parent, or this is somebody who is responsible for your safety, had to kind of sacrifice yourself. That's the prostitute archetype in all of us, that we sacrifice ourselves at the altar of getting safety needs met in childhood. And then later on, we still cling to that because we don't want to, we have loyalties. We don't want to face that this person who was mostly a lovely parent, or mostly a lovely person in my life, was responsible for that idea getting in, planted the seed, and then it's affecting me in ways that I don't like, I don't want. And the more we focus on what we don't want, the more we get it. So the idea of removing the blockages is really about us looking at our own shadow. What have you stored in yourself that you still act on, even though you probably, like, consciously as an adult don't believe, but your inner child believes it. And you're only as successful as your inner child is healed. All right. So, Knight of Pentacles, this is the work right now, Pisces. Two of Swords, Four of Wands. Celebration ahead. Some of you are going to align with this, so much so that it is going to bring you from Five of Pentacles into the 10 of Pentacles, an abundant healer. And then it's like the money doesn't matter, or the abundance doesn't matter. It's just like, I'm doing what I want, and I'm just being who I am, and things just are flowing, and it's a beautiful thing. Hanged Man, flip that around. Creativity is the only thing. It's like the opposite of what that person said to you. Creativity. What, you're going to go play, you're going to go, make clay ashtrays, and that's somehow going to make you money in this life? That's a terrible thing to do. One word for you, son: plastics, right? Like, creativity is the only thing. Every single thing that is on this planet is because of creativity. It's the only thing. Without creativity, we don't exist. Hierophant, look at you. 10 of Wands, Empress, and the Justice card. Wow, things are... Okay, so it's almost like, look at all this good stuff. 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, Empress. I see this 10 of Wands. It's like you're putting down the burden by facing that shadow. Whatever it is for you. All right, so what lies beneath? I'm going to use this deck. Now, this may or may not apply to all of you. Just take it as it resonates. What is blocking what you truly most want in the world is you. Okay, holding on to those things from the past. Anything to share with Pisces right now, please? keeping a promise, keeping you a secret. That's third party. Ooh, hater, in their feels. Oh my, in their feels. Oh, wow. What is a condom? Oh my God. Um, yeah. Okay, that is real shadow here. So this may only be for a few of you, but I definitely see third party here that is holding you back from your true abundance, from your true love. It's holding you back from your true love. You might be staying there in that place of third party because you're like, well, this is my twin flame. I don't have a choice. You do. You do have a choice. Because that is not a lesson of love. The thing you're doing to heal yourself is to move out of things that are blocking love. And there's something here. I feel like this person has done, if you're connected with somebody who shows you love, is very inconsistent. This is very inconsistent energy. It's like I'm doing the work and then I'm not getting anything for it, right? There's a transactional feeling to that. I get the feeling this person, I don't know that this is on purpose. Doesn't really matter. Does it matter? No. There's a person here who really wants to possess you, almost wants to have you in their life, all of this, but they are unwilling to do the work. They are unwilling to put in the effort to be a real partner, to be fully present in a relationship with you. Does that remind you of anybody? Okay. Does that remind you of a parent who kept making promises but then never fulfilled them? Does that remind you of a situation where this is almost like shushing? Oof, boy, do I hate shushing, right? There's some kind of shushing here. And at the core, this other person that we're talking about may have this self-hating kind of feel. They want, that's almost like devil energy. Like they're trapped in their lower vibrational way of being in the world, and they it's like they want to possess everything. They don't, they want to be sort of the one in power all the time, who decides what's going on and what's not going on. If you feel like you're in this connection and you have no power, that is coming from like hater is kind of a strong way of putting that, but hey, it came out. I do feel like this person, this is interesting that they use a condom here as they're in their feels, because it feels to me like that is focused on sex, when there's a sense of some of you feel like a relationship will come of sex, and it's kind of like the opposite. Like that's a thing that they're using to control you. I don't like that. That feels so. That might just be for some of you dealing, and this could be the past too. If you've dealt with a situation like that where someone has tried to keep you a secret, boy, that doesn't feel good, does it? You're not invited to certain events. They don't want you to meet their friends or family. That is a red flag. They may not even be in another relationship. It might not be about that at all. Okay, but this person may have a lot of self-hatred. They might be somebody who has a lot going on that isn't light. Okay, so I do feel like once you recognize this, once you see that, you're like, I'm seeing that that's upside down world. That's not love. That is not love. Okay. King of Cups, Temperance, High Priestess. Wow. 10 of Swords. Look at, okay, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. In order to get to the 10 of Cups, you're needing to see this in a new light. Okay, sorry, there's noise going on. There's nothing I can do about this today. You're absolutely not going to be able to transform this person into a loving, wonderful, flowing relationship because they are so much hanging on to their shadow, right? This person may be teaching you about your own shadow. And I just feel like the only way to get to where you want to go, which is this loving place, aligning with Archangel Michael. This is the energy of your intuition, the energy of the heart chakra with that King of Cups. The only way to get to the healed place of relationship is to really stick a knife in this. And I don't mean literally. I just mean like that kind of behavior is unloving. And when you finally embrace that, you release it and you heal. I like where this is going. So I am seeing 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, the Justice card, the Hierophant, Four of Wands. You have another choice here. It's like turning away, right? This is the Lover's card. That's the choice. You have a choice to turn away from a situation that has drained you of your vitality, whatever this is. It's like two different parts of your life are being affected by it. So it's time to make the choice. That's what's being offered to you here. So let's continue on. I'll look more deeply at the situation, get some advice for you. I will see what you don't see coming and then how this plays out. All right, link is below, Pisces. If you want to continue on, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.